Hello, grade 9 learners. Nice to see you again. We are now on the second quarter. It simply implies that you have come this far despite of the new normal we have today. Few weeks from now, you can definitely say that you have survived this normal education. You are almost there. Keep believing in yourself and continue doing your best.
For today's lesson, we will discuss the structure and functions of digestive system. You can pause or replay the video lesson if you missed or cannot understand some parts, especially on given learning tasks. In the previous years, and even in elementary, you have learned about these different organ systems of the body system. Take a look at the images. Do you still remember the names and roles of these organs? If yes, read and match the rules at your right side. Right letter only. Let's start. Very good. You got the answer. These organs work together to meet their basic needs and survive. In order to survive, we need food to eat. The food to eat consists complex molecules which your body cannot utilize as a source of energy. There is a need for food to be broken down into smaller molecules that the body can absorb. Digestive system, one of the organ systems in your body composed of related organs designed to turn the food you eat into nutrients, which the body uses for energy, growth, and cell repair. As we continue the discussion, I have here a short video clip about digestive system.
Physiology of digestion. Understand the physiology of digestion that involves ingestion, digestion, absorption, and egestion. The food is taken into the body through the mouth. This process is called ingestion. The food on chewing is broken down into smaller particles and it mixes with saliva to form bolus. This bolus then enters the esophagus by peristaltic movement and then reaches a sac-like muscular bag known as the stomach. The stomach contains a few enzymes and hydrochloric acid. The muscular wall of the stomach helps in mixing and churning the food, which help to break down the bolus into a mass known as the chyme. This chyme passes into the duodenum. The pancreas, gallbladder and the liver are the accessory digestive organs. Liver produces and gallbladder releases the bile juice, while the pancreas releases the pancreatic juice. These secretions enter the duodenum through the hepatopancreatic duct. The bile juice acts on the fat molecules, and the pancreatic juice acts on the food molecules and breaks them down into simpler particles. After this, the digested food particles move into the lower part of the small intestine. A sectional view shows numerous villi on its inner surface. The digested simple food particles include the useful molecules, the waste particles, and some water molecules. A closer look at a villus shows the blood vessels and the lacteal. The useful molecules get absorbed into the blood and the lacteal. This food is eventually transported to the various parts of the body, providing them with energy. The remaining unabsorbed waste particles and water molecules move further. These molecules further pass through the small intestine and finally reach the ascending colon of the large intestine. From here, it passes through the transverse colon to the descending colon. Most of the water molecules are absorbed by the walls of the colon, and the waste substances are collected in the lowermost part of the colon, known as the rectum, from where the waste substances are excreted out. Thus, the process of digestion is completed. To summarize the topic, we see that the complex food that is ingested is acted upon by enzymes in the stomach and broken into simpler food particles. Then in the duodenum, the enzymes act on these particles and further break them into simpler particles, which now can be absorbed by the villi in the small intestine. This food is transported to the various parts of the body, providing them with energy. The undigested food and water molecules move into the large intestine, where the water molecules are absorbed by the intestinal walls, and the undigested food is collected in the rectum and finally digested.
What does digestion begin? The digestion begins in the mouth. Number 2. What is the next process after digestion? The next process after digestion is absorption. Number 3. What is the process by which the remains of food that haven't been used by the body are eliminated? Digestion. Let us take a journey throughout the human digestive systems to see how it works and how the organs coordinate in order to carry out the process of digestion. Have you ever wondered what happens to the food after it was been eaten? Before the body can use the food, it has to be first absorbed by the bloodstream. This is done by breaking the large insoluble food molecules into smaller soluble ones by the process of digestion, which is performed by the digestive system. There are 5 processes in digestion. Number 1, ingestion. Number 2, digestion. Number 3, absorption. Number 3, assimilation. 5, digestion. Let us take a journey throughout the human system to see how it works and how the organs coordinate in order to carry out the process of digestion. Under normal condition, we use our hands to put something like food, drink, medicine, and other substance in our mouth. There are cases where droplets and viruses may enter our body through our mouths. That's why washing of hands properly, wearing of face mask and face shield during COVID-19 pandemic are required. Why? First, as our personal protection. Second, to prevent the spread of viruses and other microorganisms to other people. Ingestion is the process of taking food into the digestive tract. In the mouth, when the food is being chewed by the teeth, saliva mixes with it, helping us to swallow it. The food is swallowed through the pharynx and esophagus. This is a palate miller. The grains are placed into a holding hopper on top of miller machine going down the miller holder. Miller is the same function of the mouth when we take in the food. Digestion is the mechanical and chemical breakdown of food into small organic fragments. Mechanical digestion refers to the physical breakdown of large pieces of food into smaller pieces which can subsequently by access of digestive enzymes. And chemical digestion, enzymes break down food into the small molecule the body can use. The digestion in the stomach is the same with a miller wherein it breaks down the large pieces into small pieces of grains or stones. Why do we need to grind the grains? We need to grind the grains in order to cook easier. Likewise, the stomach performs exactly to the miller. Absorption is the third process of digestive system. It occurs mostly in small intestine where several digestive juices, pancreatic juice, and bile aid in the chemical digestion of food. Absorption is the process of passing the soluble food molecules in the wall of the small intestine through the villi. The tiny, finger-like projections from the epithelial lining of the intestinal wall. Its vilus contains blood capillaries that enable it to absorb water, glucose, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and fatty acids. The function of a small intestine is like a fishing net or fish net is a net used for fishing. Nets are devices made from fibers woven in a grid-like structure. Fishing nets are usually meshes formed by knotting a relatively thin thread. A fine net catch or enclose more fish when it is pulled in. So, the smaller of the net, the more fish to catch. Why are the digestive food products need to be assimilated into the cell? Assimilation is the process in which the vitamins, minerals, and other chemicals or nutrients from food are integrated and utilized to satisfy the energy or nutrition demands of your body. The liver is important in assimilation. For example, glucose is used in respiration to provide energy and amino acids are used to build new proteins. Assimilation is the process of two different things coming together to blend. If food is partially digested and flows in the duodenum, pancreas, enzymes, and bile are secreted into some opening in the duodenum to help digest food. In art color, assimilation occurs when two colors blend together to create a completely different color. If you mix a small amount of the color red with a large amount of blue, the red is assimilated into the large mix. Through the red is absorbed, it changes the hue of blue so that it becomes something different and shifts in the spectrum of color. Likewise, in baking a cake, you need to put together the different ingredients to make a delicious cake. Digestion is the last process that occurs in the digestive system. By the time chyme passes from the ileum into the large intestine, it is essentially indigestible food residue, some water and millions of bacteria. The colon is the first part of the large intestine. It absorbs most of the remaining water. This leaves semi-solid waste material called feces. The feces are stored in the rectum, the last part of the large intestine. Digestion happens when these feces pass out of the body through the anus. Palay milling machine also, it appears, separates the husk from the rice grain. Why does digestive system need to interact with another organ system? Muscular system allows for movement within the body like during the digestion. Digestive system break down food and the nutrients diffuse into blood, and circulatory system then carries those nutrients to the body parts where they are needed. Excretory system removes waste from the body Remove waste from the blood. Digestive system break down the food you eat into nutrients that provide energy and building materials from cells. Control of the digestive system is also maintained by the eccentric nervous system, which can be thought of as a digestive brain that helps to regulate motility, secretion, and growth. To understand more about the process of digestion, choose one group activity according to your level of interest or capability. Be ready with your pen and paper. Let's start. Group 1 Activity. Word the digest search. We have here the directions. Search the puzzle for the word shown in the word list. Encircle and explain its function, each word that you find. Words are hidden horizontally and vertically. Group 2 Activity. Share it. Study the figure below and answer the questions. Question number 1. When does digestion begin? Number 2. What happens to food when it is in your A. Mouth, B. Stomach, C. Small intestine? Number 3. How are nutrients from the body you eat absorbed after digestion? Number 4. Why are villus and microvilli important in the human digestive system? Number 5. What happens to the undigested food in the large intestines? We have here the scoring rubrics. 2 points. Discussions are complete with no misconception. 1 point. Discussions are incomplete with minor misconceptions. 0 point. There is no discussion shown. Activity number 3. Now I know. We have here the directions. Create an infographic of the digestive system, parts and functions, as well as the disorders that you might be getting from malnutrition of some organs of the system. Note, an infographic is a collection of images, diagrams, and text that provides an easy to understand general idea of a topic. Most infographics use prominent and attractive illustrations to converse the facts quickly and clearly. Scoring rubrics per image, diagram, and text. 2 points. Discussion are complete with no misconception. 1 point. Discussions are incomplete with minor misconceptions. 0 point. There is no discussion shown. You pass your paper sheets during the retrieval of modules. Dear learners, I know most of you are not eating properly. You need to eat a healthy foods because your digestive system breaks down the food you eat into the nutrients your body needs to work properly and stay healthy. If you neglect your digestive health, your body could run into problems absorbing those essential nutrients. The food you eat and the lifestyle you live have a direct impact on your digestive health. Let's move to our post assessment. Let's check what you have learned from the lesson today. Choose any of the assessment according to your level of capability. Good luck in answering. Assessment 1. Multiple choice. Write the letter of the correct answer. Assessment 2, Essay. Describe the pathway of the food as it undergoes in the process of digestion. 2 points each. Assessment 3. Arrange the following processes in order of which they occur and give a brief sentence to explain as one. 2 points each. Let's check your answer. Congratulations if you get all the answers. Eating is not only one of the great pleasures in life, but it's also essential to your health and well-being. That's why it is important to maintain a healthy digestive system by consuming the right food and adopting sensible eating habits. For your assignment, use a separate sheet of paper.
I hope you will enjoy answering the given task to you. Just feel free to message me if you need an assistance. Thank you and be safe, everyone. Mabuhay!